The 3rd of April 2022. Hello everybody, this is Sergey Baklikov and you're watching Baklikov Live. Welcome to St. Petersburg. And this vlog just, let's check out what happens here in St. Petersburg on this sunny Sunday. And I'm beginning here with the Alexandrinsky Square. Alexandrinsky, the old Russian prince. Alexandrinsky Street and its intersection with Nevsky Avenue. Where now we'll get to the corner which used to be known as the most glamorous intersection in St. Petersburg because of probably the biggest concentration of fashionable stores in the city. Porcelain made in St. Petersburg, handmade since 1744. So Nevsky 152, that's the address of the glamorous intersection in St. Petersburg. Fendi, Louis Vuitton, Christian Dior, Bulgari, Chanel, Rolex. So Louis Vuitton, Chanel, Dior, at least temporary, they all are closed now here in Russia. But official reason is temporary closed due to the technical reasons. However, it's still possible for Russians to buy these brands in Europe. But in Europe, they now making the Russian people to sign the paper that these clothes they are not gonna bring to Russia and never gonna wear it in Russia. I'm not sure if it's even legal, but at least definitely works as the act to bring Russian people down. Harrods, the biggest chain of Irish pubs in Russia. Well, I know that here is Guinness is still here, maybe in old stocks, but it is what it is. Guinness is still here. Only 5 o'clock, nobody in the bars yet, and I feel like the real alcoholic now, drunking when nobody drunking yet. Let's keep going. While due to the political reasons most of McDonald's restaurants in Russia are closed, well, Teremok just keep working. This is the chain, huge chain of so-called Russian modern cuisine restaurants. $270 rubles, which is like $3 for a wet napkin, latte, huge pancake, and sour cream. Awesome. Площадь Восстания, Uprising Square, one of the most overcrowded areas in the city of St. Petersburg. 2 metro stations, malls, restaurants, business centers, and Moskovsky Vokzal, Moscow's railway station. Here, Sapsan train, the fastest way to get from St. Petersburg to Moscow, and vice versa. Also suburban trains. By the way, here inside one of 130 McDonald's restaurants out of 850 which are keep working in Russia under the excuse of franchising. pre-revolutionary railway station. This is so-called lighting hall, because look at that. Look, there's the windows all around, and look at this ceiling for the reflection of the natural daylight. So here is one of about 130 McDonald's restaurants which keep working, and it's legal because they are working under the franchisee. This is how the typical suburban train looks like in Russia. I hope you also can see now the Sapsan train, high-speed Sapsan train. Oh, yeah, it's there. Sapsan train, which is only for 3 hours, 50 minutes, will bring you from the center of St. Petersburg to the center of Moscow. This is what people see first of all when they are coming to St. Petersburg with Sapsan train. I don't know if you hear this now, but it's one of the best street bands in St. Petersburg. They already performed there next to the entrance to Vostania metro station. We have to get there. There's Galeria, the Galeria Mall, which is the biggest mall in the central district of St. Petersburg. For the last 2 years, the electric scooters rental turned to be really popular. It's comfortable, it's cheap, and it's easy to use through the application, just application in your phone. In one of my earlier vlogs, I was making a full review of Galeria Mall, where we saw that about 15% of the stores are closed. That's mostly an American and some European ones. But even around the foreign brands, like not everyone decided to go away. In the moment when Reebok, Adidas, Puma, they are closed, but Skechers, New Balance, and there's Nike, they are still open. After Hollywood canceled the Russian movie theaters, now here they show the legendary Soviet and Russian movies, like Brother and Brother 2, Office Romance, and others. In food court next to the multiplex, I see the absence of only McDonald's. Subway, Burger King, KFC is here. Only no McDonald's, but now all the queues that I used to see to McDonald's, we just see they rebalanced to Burger King and KFC. The economy do not bear the emptiness. For the reason I'm gonna listen to the street musicians now, I'm gonna cash some money from my cards. By the way, recently I've got Mir, which is the Russian word for the world. So welcome to the world. As millions of Russians now are receiving the Mir cards after Visa and MasterCard discredit themselves after they limited the Russian card holders a lot. And now, in order to be sure that if one day Visa and MasterCard will decide to cancel Russia at all, to be ready, because, well, Mir being the Russian system, will working at least here in Russia. My PIN code is 9466. The money. back to Nevsky. We're coming in the right time when they perform Kino, the blood group. Street bands, in my opinion, they are the best around the street bands in St. Petersburg. Okay, let's continue the walk. Another mall which is called Nevsky Center, looks like the residential building, and really here was the residential building which looks exactly the same. They had to demolish it and then to reconstruct again, but with mall inside. Here is a nice restaurant which is called Moscow, with a rooftop. The entrance to Moskva restaurants through the elevator, but you can also get inside through the mall. Здравствуйте. Nobody yet because it's still cold, but in the summertime, I think starting from May, there is a lot of people. Площадь Восстания. Everybody, welcome to amazing St. Petersburg. The moment here is also such a capsule is available, which looks cool. Today it's the real Sunday. Literally. Here now I'm turning to Marat Street. There was such a French revolutionary, Marat, the house number 9. That's where used to live Dmitry Shostakovich, and I'm gonna show you that. Dmitry Shostakovich, one of the most significant Russian/Soviet composers ever, quintessential of the composer's mind, lived here. Marat Street House, number 9. Coffee and tea shop. Always classical music here. The new store. This is what they do all the time when they want to show this is the new place. It is getting more and more popular just because this is a cool concept. Here you're getting to each barrel, take as much of candies as you want, and you can place it all in one same bag because after all you pay just for a weight, and it makes it pretty comfortable to shop the candies here. This chain, Pirates Marmalades, they are growing up like mushrooms after the rain. The Soviet cafe, Kvartirka, what means little apartments. I was taking you here several times. You can check my older vlogs, which are totally dedicated to visiting a meal at Kvartirka. And this is how we've got to the intersection of three avenues: Vladimirsky Prospekt, Nevsky Prospekt, and Liteyny Prospekt. It is also the intersection of the most boozy places here in St. Petersburg. Like there, it's Rubinstein Street, the biggest bar street, not only in St. Petersburg, but in whole Russia. 700 meters of the streets with nothing but the bars. And here is Liteyny Prospekt, the places where Union Bar, Depressive Bar, Jealousy. There's the Head Bar, Nekrasov Street, and Zhukovsky Street. Al Capone, Blue Pushkin, 812, Lebowski, The Dead Poet, Red Drum, Vikings, Liverpool, The Bay, it's all there. And this used to be one of the biggest McDonald's in St. Petersburg. Now it's temporarily closed, but I see people are there, and guess what? They are making stuff for the delivery through Yandex Yeda, Yandex Foods. You can still order McDonald's. Rubinstein Street, the most bar street in Russia. I was making a lot of bar hopping streams. You can check them out. Moskovsky Palace. You know, back in 19th century, the Russians were a bad constructors. So here you see, in order to make such a supports, they really had to take the real man and get them into the concrete this way to mummificate them. Well, that was a joke, if you don't get it. The corner of the embankments of Fontanka River and Nevsky Prospekt, Anichkov Bridge, one of the most famous bridges in St. Petersburg. Still the ice, but already in 2 weeks from now, I think it will gone. Красное солнце сгорает дотла, день догорает с ним, на пылающий город падает тень. Yeliseyev Brothers store, which is already 119 years old, but this is still the best store in St. Petersburg. This is what happens when people are thinking not only about profits, but also about aesthetics. Let's get inside. The ghost piano. Just playing by itself. Yeliseyev brothers themselves there, welcoming us. In front of Yeliseyev brothers store here is Catherine Garden, which is now closed, as all the parks in St. Petersburg for drying. Here is the monument to Catherine the Great, also known as Catherine II. That Catherine II joined Crimea to Russia, yet in the end of 18th century. On the background, that's the Alexandrinsky Theater, one of the citadels of Russian classical music, opera, and ballet. You know, here if to go to the theater, then turn to the right and to walk through Krylov Lane until the corner with Sadovaya Street, there will be the bar called 78. And this is the bar which is unexpectedly made many people nervous. You know why? because here is the bar with a Confederate flag. It just became insulting for you guys. But believe me, here in Russia it is considered as nothing more but just a decoration, just a flag, you know. After all, it's a nice bar with Guinness and Bill Heaven. So take it easy. The time 7:46 and today, right in this moment, this is the official sunset time. And Nevsky again. Гостиный двор. Гостиный двор, like a father of GUM and Passage. And Passage is like the older brother of GUM department store. GUM department store in Moscow. Walking through Passage, you can get from Nevsky Prospekt to Italian Street. So-called Art Square, the monument to Alexander Pushkin. In front of us there's Mikhailovsky Palace, where it's now the Russian Museum, the biggest collection of Russian arts for more than 1,000 years history of Russia. Mikhailovsky Theater, and this is the Grand Hall of St. Petersburg Philharmonic, named after Dmitry Shostakovich. The embankment of Gribaedov Canal, there's Nevsky, and here is the Church of the Savior on Spilled Blood. This church is literally constructed on a spilled blood of Russian Emperor Alexander II. His carriage was exploded here and led to his death when he was riding to Imperial Horse Stables, which are located behind the church there. Visconti Street Band here on the corner of the embankment of Gribaedov Canal and Nevsky Prospekt. Kazansky Cathedral and the House of Zinger, which is now the headquarters of VK.com, the biggest social network in Russia, which has now experienced the second birth because recently the Russian government blocked Facebook and Instagram after Facebook and Instagram, in the face of Meta, like the whole their heads brand, officially allows the calls to violence against Russians. Then they rolled back, but that already was like too late. I mean, the decision was taken. St. Peter and St. Paul Lutheran Church. I often taking you here in my live streams. Great place for classical concerts. Another street bands, another point which street musicians use a lot. This is the corner of Большая Конюшенная, Grand Port Stable Street and Nevsky Prospekt. For many years here was subway. Now just maybe about a week ago they opened Carl's Jr. here. Stroganov Palace. Yeah, that's his cook invented beef stroganoff. The corner of the embankment of Moika River and Nevsky Prospekt. Literary cafe. That's the cafe since 1816. Here used to hang out Pushkin, Dostoevsky, Tchaikovsky. Pushkin is still here, by the way. Palace Square, the main square of the city. The Winter Palace, the main royal palace in Russia. Alexander Colon. The building of the general headquarters. Admiralty. Inside of the Winter Palace now, the State Hermitage, the biggest art museum in Russia. Street music is here as well. It's 9 o'clock, but look at the sky. It's blue, because we are on the way to the White Nights. White Nights, the time when the night never really comes. The dome of St. Isaac's Cathedral. And now to Neva River. And architect Francesco Bartolomeo Rastrelli, Baroque so-called Elizabeth Baroque. The Baroque of the times of Elizabeth Petrovna, what means Peter's Elizabeth, the daughter of Peter the Great. In the end of today's walk, I just want to go to one of my most favorite places in this city. It's right there. Those who are watching my channel for a long time, they know this is one of my favorite places. This is the corner of Palace Embankments and so-called Palace Drive. So this is Palace Bridge, which is the most famous drawbridge in St. Petersburg, by the way. In about a week from now, here will be started the navigation, and they will start raise the drawbridges every night starting from 1:10, and it will last until the end of October. There's Vasilyevsky Island and the rostral columns, the spit of Vasilyevsky Islands, rostral columns, Peter and Paul Fortress, the heart of this city. Peter and Paul Fortress and Peter and Paul Church, where buried almost all Russian Tsars from the dynasty of Romanovs. Look, Neva River is almost out of the ice. There's Trinity Bridge. This is Palace Embankments, the Winter Palace, and the Admiralty. For all the history of Admiralty here, they produced more than 260 ships. There was the dock, not anymore. Now there's the residential buildings. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I hope you enjoyed the walk. This is Sunday night, time to get back home. I wish you to have a great rest of the weekends and all the great upcoming week. My name is Sergey Baklikov. This is Baklikov Live. I wish peace to everyone and to the whole world. See you from Petersburg, from Russia, with love and peace.